This is a warning to all 2026 UPSC aspirant. If you are preparing for Prelims 2026 with your old strategies, old way of preparing, guys, you are going to be shocked in the Prelims 2026. You will struggle to crack Prelims 2026 because UPSC silently has introduced in 2025 Prelims a very unique way of asking questions, and it has repeated recently in the geoscientist examination. Also, you can see 2026 same type of question UPSC is introduced. So today I am going to decode the recent pattern of questions which is evolving in the UPSC prelims examination. Guys, there is a famous saying that if you do not change with the change, you will get extinct. So as a UPSC aspirant, if you want you to have an edge over other aspirant, if you want to be relevant, you need to prepare this pattern. In today's class, I'm not going to just decode the latest pattern. I'm going to show you the source from where UPSC is framing that question. Also, I'm going to give you all probable questions which can come from this new pattern. So let us start the lecture. For people who are watching me for the first time, my name is Santosh Pandey. I cracked the UPSC prelims examination 6 out of 6 times, scoring one of the highest marks in the prelims examination, and I mentor students for the prelims examination. Let us start. So first, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to show you the questions which were introduced in 2025 prelims examination, which are new pattern question. You can see before 2025, UPSC never used to ask numerical based questions from economy. Numerical based questions. Generally, 99% of the aspirants, they become uncomfortable in such kind of questions because they do not have conceptual clarity. To solve such questions, you need conceptual clarity and you need to be well conversant with these pattern questions. You can see last year there were 2 questions on this pattern. These are, although the conceptual questions, but the way they have asked the question makes them little bit challenging. I can tell you last year 99% of the aspirant, they could not solve these 2 questions within the exam, because in exam you are under pressure, and if suddenly something new comes, you are taken aback. So what we have to do is that for 2026 prelims examination, we have to prepare all possible numerical based questions from Indian economy. Guys, you know why I'm very confident that this question is again going to come, because recently geoscientist examination was held. Okay, this is 2026 paper, not 2026, recently only in the month of January. Okay, recently, and they again asked a numerical based question. You can see here the question is on cash reserve ratio. Numerical based questions. You can see a bank generated saving credit of 1600 crore in the first round from the saving deposits of 2000 crore. What is the cash reserve ratio fixed by the central bank? You can see UPSC is asking questions. 2025 they asked question on, you can see here, primary deficit. Now they have asked question, you can see again they have asked question on government borrowings, formula based question, numerical based question, and now they have gone into the banking industry. They have gone into the banking and they are asking numerical based questions. So what is the source of all these questions? I'm going to show you exact sources from where UPSC is taking questions. I'll show the proof, and I have prepared all possible questions which can be prepared in this format for 2026 prelims examination. Guys, let me just show you. So this is the source. This is the source which you have to basically use. Macroeconomic book, NCERT. Okay. In this book, guys, there is back exercise. After every chapter, there is a back exercise. All these questions are explained in the back exercise. And what I have done is that I have taken inspiration from all these questions and I have created new questions which can come in the UPSC prelims examination from every chapter. So I'll go chapter wise. I'll show you what are the different topics, what can be expected in the 2026 prelims examination, because even if 2 questions come in this pattern, because last year 2 questions have come, so I think minimum 2 questions will come in 2026. Maybe it can go to 4 or 5 also, because UPSC has a habit. First they will introduce 2 or 3 questions, they will do the water testing, and next year they will introduce more number of questions. You can see the same thing happened for the assertion reason question also. In 2022 they introduced 2 questions, then in 2023 they increased, in 2024 they increased more number of questions. Okay, so let us try to understand. So which are the high probable numerical questions area from economy? Let us see, guys. First one is the national income. This is the chapter national income accounting. Here they can ask you numerical based question on GDP, on GNP, on NNP, on personal income, on GCF, on GDP deflator, and ICOR. ICOR basically stands for incremental capital output ratio. Okay, so this is very important concept. This is in news recently. Or GDP deflator, this is also in news. Okay, this is also in news. So you may expect a question on this. Why? Because this year there is a base revision. This is a base revision for GDP. So I think this year definitely a lot of questions you can expect from this. Lot of questions you can expect from this. Okay, so what you can see here, UPSC, okay, in the NCERT, you can see here numerical based questions are already there. This is a sample question which is given in the back of the exercise of this book, sample question. So what I have done is that I have discussed all these questions and I have created new questions, and I have discussed this. You can see here 3 videos. Okay, PYQ numerical based questions, PYQ numerical based question, PYQ numerical based questions. In my PYQ mastery classes, I have discussed all possible questions which can come from this chapter. Also, I have discussed the question which is given in the NCERT and probable questions. And in my test series, which is the Lakshya and Optima series, I have created a lot of questions on this pattern because I have a firm belief. Take it from me, in 2026, a lot of questions are going to come, and particularly this chapter, I believe this chapter is very, very important. Very important. This concept of GDP, GNP, NNP, personal income, GCF, GDP deflator, and ICOR. Okay, now let us move on to the next chapter. Next chapter is money and banking. You can see money and banking was asked in the recent geoscientist examination. They have asked cash reserve ratio. Very easy question, but they have asked. Okay, let me see how many of you can solve this. In the comment box, please do answer. Let me see how many of you can solve this. Okay, so from the banking chapter, what I think is that they may, you can see this. They have already given one numerical, money multiplier. One numerical they have asked, money multiplier. Okay, or they may ask you about the types of money. Okay, M1, M2, M3, or money multiplier. Formula for money multiplier. Again, I am saying this. I have already explained this. In my video session. These are the 3 sessions, 1 hour each. You can see around 3 hours of content is there. If you watch this 3 hour of content, these 2, 3, 4 questions which are going to come on economy, you will have an upper edge. I am telling you, very few people in the country will prepare this. If you prepare this, then you will be in the very few people who are going to qualify 2026 prelims examination, guys. Okay, so now let us see the next one is, guys, government budget. Okay, here you can see revenue deficit. Already UPSC has asked revenue deficit, fiscal deficit, primary deficit. This has been already asked. This PYQ already asked in 2025. So I believe two sections which questions can come is national income and monetary policy. There questions can come in national income, GDP, GNP, personal income, GDP deflator, ICOR, and in monetary policy, CRR. Okay, then you can CRR already they have asked. They can ask you about the M1, M2, M3. They can ask you about money multiplier. Okay, next, guys, you can see here. Okay, so go through these videos. Again, I am saying this. Okay, now let us go to the next one, inflation. This year inflation is also in news. Why? Because, guys, what has happened is that government of India has changed the base year for inflation calculation. So here, guys, CPI index based calculation, WPI index based calculation, they may ask you, GDP deflator, they may ask you, core inflation, they may ask you what is core inflation. Okay, next you can see external sector. This sector is also very important. Here they can ask you need or read formula, or they can ask you appreciation and depreciation of currency, or they can ask you trade deficit and balance of payment. Okay, so these are the formula based questions they can ask you. All this I have discussed in these videos. Go through this, guys. Again, I'm telling you, guys, generally, okay, these are the areas which really make the difference. If you score in these areas, you already have an edge over most of the aspirants. Because see, generally if you see, I'm talking about good students. Okay, I'm talking about good students. Good students will be scoring around 80 to 90. Okay, and the cutoff will go around 95 to 100. So this 5 to 10 marks, the lead which generally the toppers take, okay, are from these areas also. Okay, so please prepare these areas. All the probable questions I have given in my most important question series. Start using this most important question series. Still, I see a lot of you have not enrolled yourself in this most important series. This is not a test series. Let me tell you, this is not just a run of the mill test series which you have, okay, in the market. This is predicted questions. Why I'm saying predicted questions? Because I have done the hard work throughout the year. I've analyzed the PYQs of 25 years. I've analyzed the current affairs of last 1 year, and then only I've selected the topic and I have framed questions on only expected topic. Every year, lot of questions I'm able to predict. This year also, I'm very confident I'll be able to predict most of the questions in the prelims examination. Make use of this. Also, guys, this is the two Lakshya. We have Lakshya test series and we have the Optima test series. Okay, Lakshya is our flagship test series where you will get everything. You'll get the PYQ mastery course also. You need not join the PYQ mastery course if you join the Lakshya. But if you're joining the Optima, which has only 16 tests, you have to basically go for the PYQ mastery course separately. So better you join Lakshya, because a lot of queries I'm getting what to choose, Lakshya or Optima. You should go for Lakshya because here you will get the PPPs, PYQs and also the test series. Here you will get only 16 tests, which is the most predicted questions for the UPSC Prelims Examination 2026. Guys, I would like to appeal everyone, please do subscribe to this channel and share this channel with all your students who are preparing for 2026 Prelims Examination, and do like the video if you like my approach of mentoring you.